everybody, and welcome to this week free newsletter brought to you by Trade with Precision, and I'm Tamar. Now, before we have a look at the charts, I want to draw your attention to the free webinar we have for you this week. So the first one is on Tuesday, the 21st of January, and it's going to be the top ingredients for successful trading. And if you're serious about trading, if you want to make this work, then I suggest you get yourself on this webinar because it's going to help you uncover the really simple reason why so many traders aren't profitable. The next webinar that we have is on Wednesday, the 22nd of January, and that would be Trading Strategy Precision Style. And we're going to show you what it means to trade with precision, what it means to have a precision trading strategy, and we're also going to show you some critical trading strategy errors that traders do and show you how to overcome them. Alright, so let's move to the charts. There are a few charts that I really like to look of, and I'm going to show you mainly on the higher time frame for that reason. So the first of them is EuroCAD, and I like EuroCAD for about 2 weeks now, just because we broken up through this level of 1.44. Let's take a look at that. On the monthly, we can see that this level has been very strong and proven a strong level of support and resistance in the past. So what I was looking for is basically a pullback to this level and then a bounce through it. And this is exactly what happened. If we look at the weekly, we had a bounce straight off 144 and then a very, very bullish candle on this week, and then I'm looking for a continuation of this beautiful uptrend that we see here on the weekly. So what am I looking at? I'm looking at lower time frame from the daily downward to join the direction of the trend, that is to the upside, and I'm looking for opportunities as the trade is pulling back into what we call here the buy zone. So at the moment I can see that there could be a potential trade setting up on the daily, but it's a little bit early. There's another 12 hours actually to go for that day until it's closed for me. So that I keep that in mind, and I will still, even if this opportunity will not come, then I will still keep on looking for other opportunity to join this trend. The next one is staying with the Canadian weakness, will be on the pound Canadian. And what we're seeing here is a consolidation below the level of 1.8. So we also have here a big round number, and if we have a look at it at lower time frames, say for example the 8 hours, once the chart loads, and let's see this a bit bigger, we can see that what price has done, it's come up, it touched that level and fell, come up again, touched that level and fell, but this time it made a higher low over here, and now it comes up and it touched that level again, and it's mostly trading sideways here at the moment. So what is my plan of action for this pair? Well, for me, what I'm waiting to do is I'm waiting to price to actually break this level quite decisively, and then what I'll do is I'll trade the pullback. I'm not looking to trade the breakout at the moment. I don't like trading breakout that look like this, and there's a reason for that. One of them will be, for example, that my stop loss will have to go somewhere about here, the previous low, and that is just too far a distance for me to trade this break. But it is a very nice level, and I'm watching that closely for trading opportunity. As we can see here on the monthly is very nice and bullish, and we had a strong move. We've been in a consolidation area for about more than 2 years over here, and then we broke up through it, and we've just been having month after month of bullish candles over here. So it all looks very nice. And if we take a look at the weekly, we can see the weekly is also just a beautiful uptrend. There is a room for a pullback over here as well, probably around 177, which is another reason why I'm not looking to trade the breakup of 1.8. Next one on the list, and staying with the Canadian weakness, is dollar CAD. And dollar CAD has broke up of this area we were trading. There was a very strong level of support and resistance somewhere around 1.07, and we can see here on the monthly that we broke very nice and decisively above it. So very looking very bullish, a chart looking very bullish. Taking a look at the weekly. Weekly is also very nice. We had a very bullish candle over here, so we are a bit overextended, so I wouldn't be surprised to see a pullback to somewhere about here or even down to here, the level of the breakup of from that weekly chart that we saw. So if we're looking at the daily, this is the 8 hour, let's go into the daily. We can see that we can still have a pullback somewhere around here or even down here. It will still be all right. But at the moment, price is basically consolidating around this area, and it's just a shy away from 1.10, which is another big round number. So I'm just waiting to see how price react to this level and if I can get a pullback somewhere around here and then join the uptrend as well. So this is the one for the Canadian dollar. The next one that is one of the most amazingly performing charts of recent month, and that is Aussie against the Kiwi, and it's just been in a beautiful downtrend ever since about 2 years now, even more than 2 years. So let's take a look at the monthly, and the monthly is just, it's bearish all around, and we have been in an area somewhere about here, the 1.2 that price had, where is it? Here. There's been an area over here that once that broke, it just kept on falling down and down again. So there's quite a likelihood that price will even drawn to parity, and we can see just the bearishness continue. So what am I looking for in this chart? Where I'm looking for a pullback. We can see here on the daily. Let's take a look at that. I'm looking for a pullback to this area, somewhere around here. It's not too far from getting there, and I think it's also probably the 50% retracement. Let's see. Yeah, it's an area of the 50 to 62% retracement, what we like to call the sweet spot. So a pullback to this area over here, the 1.075, and I look for confirmation that the bearish trend is to continue, and then I'd like to join the trend. So what I'll do, I look into the lower time frame, probably the 12 hours or the 8 hours, to see if I can get a bearish candle, and then a continuation to the downside. Because if we take a look at the weekly, for example, we can see we've just been in a beautiful downtrend over here, and a pullback up to here will bring us pretty close to the averages on the weekly. So that looks very nice. Okay, the last one that I want to show you, and this is basically, there's no trade there. It looks a bit of a messy chart, but the idea is to take a look at the level and take a note of that level and keep that in mind, because a lot of the time, once price, and we've seen that happening on pound CAD and dollar CAD, for example, once the level is broken, a strong level of support and resistance is broken, then price just have a strong momentum to continue upward or downward, depending on the direction. But what I want to show you here is the level of 1.5 on pound Swiss, and we can see how strong this level has been in the past over here. And what price is doing is basically every time it touched that level, it just bounced off and fell, and came here and bounced off and fell. And this is a very strong, and it's more in an area between 1.49 and 1.5. So I marked the higher level of the higher part of that level being the round number of 1.5. And what I'm looking to see is that price break decisively above that level and then pull back into that level to join an uptrend. So until price break this level, I don't want to be in a trade on this chart. But once it does, that gives me a confirmation that this level has been broken, and then there is a likelihood for price to continue much further. And just take a quick look at the monthly, and we can see that the monthly, where it stands now, just get it a bit clearer. It's all squashed. Okay, we can see that we had a high and then we made a low, and it's very hard to see, so just maybe mark that in. But this low is higher than this low, and now we broke up to a high. So the monthly is actually in an uptrend already. I just want to see it break through this level that price seems to have difficulties to go through. So guys, these are the charts that are on my stocking list, and these are for the time being my favorite charts for this week. I hope you enjoyed this free newsletter, and I hope to see you on the free webinars that we have for you this week. And take care, and look forward to speak to you soon. Bye for now.